Olympics is supposed to happen. We know it didn't happen due to the pandemic, and now it's supposed to be back on and popping. There's a lot of basketball players. Like I read, Steph Curry is one that's dying to go. I think LeBron would like to go again as well. Who do you think that we should definitely should be on the roster?
I mean, those people you mentioned for sure. I just want to be entertaining, right? So like,
Right.
Steph, I want to see Seth Curry there too, just because like he's doing his little thing out there right now. I mean, for the last few seasons he has, but it's nice to see the marquee players out there. KD when he's healthy again, like having that, seeing like even a Draymond. Like I want to see the marquee players out there because that's what makes it fun. Like when I watch the Olympics, if I'm watching
because it's kind of like the all-star weekend when you get to see a mix of different players playing together for the same thing,
like
to win
James
a trophy
Harden,
back home.
Harden playing the way he's playing right now. Like, why wouldn't you want to see that on like a global platform?
But according to Canada, they don't think their players should go this year. Do you? I mean, Canada is completely different from us by a long shot. But do you agree? Do you think that by the summer or so we should have enough vaccines?
I mean, it's hard for me to say like, oh, that's a ridiculous take, right? Why wouldn't they send people? Because it's a pandemic, right?
Right.
I don't know what kind of protocols they're gonna have in place.
And I don't want to be. I think it's because of also the location.
Yeah. Well, I if I remember, I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but when we were at our when we were spiking as high as we were in America, Japan wasn't necessarily seeing those same levels, even though they're in proximity to China. I mean, even China was seeing lower levels than we were in cases.
Yeah, we were the worst.
Yeah, because we didn't care. And I think like, yes, the outbreak happened and took place in Wuhan. But like from that point on, every country took it upon themselves, and not just every country, but numerous countries took it upon themselves to have better procedures and protocols to kind of quell like this issue. And I think Tokyo, in the relation to China, I don't think that's that much of the problem. If anything, it's just sending people to another place to go and compete amongst strangers. And I wouldn't knock Canada for not wanting to send the people, but a part of me, like if it's me personally, I might have a conversation with these athletes, right? Because this is a great opportunity for them. Like they train their whole lives, some of these people, to have this chance, and so to take that from them and say, well, because of the pandemic, we're not allowing it at all, without knowing maybe the protocols, what they plan to do. Maybe vaccines will be available to athletes going, or they expected to quarantine, whatever it might be. I think there's options that Canada could at least entertain before, or I don't know if they know this or if it's been said, but I just think that there's options. So I wouldn't just say no to every athlete, because again, it is an amazing opportunity, and this is something that they can personally choose. I don't think it's outlandish that they're like, no one's going, because again, it's a pandemic, and there have been so many lives, millions of lives lost because of it. So it's not like again, it's not a bad take. It's more so I think you could like maybe have a half step to it and understand like maybe there's something else we could do to get our guys there and representation there, so that we might be able to uplift our people. Because everyone, I mean, the Olympics is that. It's uplifting, especially when you see your team out there getting golds and silvers and crushing, whatever other country. You get to talk smack to your friends from that country.
And it's a moment where you get to be with like your homies and experience something together.
Yes, for sure.
Last but not least, I never end the show like this. I usually start it this way.
First time.
For you. Tonight we have the Celtics versus the Nets. Who's winning? And why?
Who's winning and why? So
this is Boston against Brooklyn. This is like little Haiti versus big Haiti, because all the Haitians go to Boston or Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know Carl.
A little mix of Miami.
Yeah, I know Carl's what team he's gonna choose. It's pretty obvious.
The losing team.
It's going to be the losing team, because I believe that the Nets are going to win.
They're going to stay.
And I think even though KD's out, seeing what James Harden has done and how he's like just really got into his own, and they've got more comfortable in that offense. Their defense has improved.
Yeah.
Kyrie's playing off the ball, but like he's a scorer. So like now James Harden can put him in better positions to score. That dynamic duo right there, like they could put up enough offense to hang with the Celtics. Even though the Celtics before the All-Star break were on their, like, I think a 4-game winning streak, and they're doing well. They're clicking on all cylinders. I don't think it's a blowout by any means, but I do believe that there's enough talent in Brooklyn with those two, and then having everyone else fill in. I don't know if Jeff Green's playing tonight. I think he might be a game time decision, but those two I would never count them out.